Hi, have your customers been asking you for printed magnets? Well, we at Nekoosa Coated Products now have Magnecote. We've had that for a long time. Now we have digital Magnecote. It can be run on numerous different platforms of dry toner laser printers. It's the original pre-magnetized paper magnet.
This lightweight, non-rubber magnet is an economical alternative to the traditional heavy magnets. Because it's already pre-magnetized, you can skip the magnetizing process. That saves time and money. Ready-to-use magnets literally come right off the press. Magnecote Digital is easy to run on many popular dry toner laser presses. The key to trouble-free operation is attention to detail. That's why some printers are more successful than others while operating identical presses.
Printing Magnecote Digital is not the type of stock that you can put into the press and walk away. It requires paying attention to what you are doing.
In this video, we would like to review most common hurdles that press operators experience and our suggestions in overcoming them. The most common problem is when pre-magnetized sheets stick to some metal part inside the press. If your press has a lot of steel, Magnecote Digital might not be compatible. The solution is to create some type of barrier between the pre-magnetized material and the metal parts of the press. Nekoosa Coated Products offers shield kits for Kodak Next Press and Xerox iGen presses. Many machines have primarily plastic components, so shield kit is unnecessary. It's important to watch for any metal surfaces in the feed area of the press. In that section of the press, you can simply tape cardstock over the metal. In some presses, high heat can soften and melt the magnetic material. This can cause the sheet to jam in the fuser or stick to other parts of the press. To overcome the problems associated with high heat, Magnecote Digital features a special coating designed to stabilize the sheet. This coating gives added protection from the fuser heat, enabling the sheet to run through select digital equipment. If a press runs hot, the simplest solution is just to turn the temperature to its lowest mid-range setting, if possible. On presses that have a complex feed path, you may need to use a bypass feeder, only feeding 5 or 10 sheets at a time. On some models, continual feeding may result in sheets sticking and jamming. Hand feeding is obviously time-consuming. Magnecote Digital is not designed for long production runs. For big jobs, we suggest running standard Magnecote on an offset press. On some presses, the sheet sensors cannot see the black backside of the Magnecote sheet. On these presses, we recommend that the operator turn off the 2-sheet sensor if possible.
And now here's a few final tips for our Magnecote Digital product.
Before you run Magnecote Digital, be sure to condition the stock. All that means is that when you bring the material into your shop, allow the substrate to stabilize to the environment. This is especially important in the winter, when you are bringing materials from a cold warehouse into a warm shop. Each press is a little different. The thickness that runs best in your press really depends on your machine. In many cases, we recommend running 13-point. The heavier sheet lays a little flatter and is a little bit stiffer, so it is less likely to jam. Some print equipment is just too slow to run Magnecote Digital. A press must be capable of running at least 60 pages per minute. Presses also must be capable of handling a 300 GSM sheet. When you're running Magnecote Digital, it's a good idea to set your printer to the heaviest paperweight setting. Depending on the design of the press, some presses run better when feeding from one paper tray versus another. Usually, the paper tray that provides the straightest path works best. As you open the package of Magnecote Digital, pay attention to the printed sheet indicating sheet direction. If the sheet doesn't run properly, try changing the sheet orientation.
Before loading Magnecote Digital into the press, get into the habit of inspecting the sides and fanning the sheets before you place it into the press.
As you load the press, remove the sheets from the packaging in the same direction as it comes off of the stack. This prevents the polarity of the printed sheets from causing offsetting in the output tray. This also makes for easier trimming. As the printed sheets come off of the press, remove them from the output tray before they build up too big a stack. Then you can jog them into a consistent stack. Our final bit of advice is before going into production, test, don't guess. Call Nekoosa Coated Products today and ask for a 10-sheet trial pack. That way you can try Magnecote Digital risk-free.